Hello, everyone. Don't know if anyone is on. I'm gonna wait for you guys. I feel like it's been a while since I've actually really catch up with you guys. And I think I want to share the screen. Hi guys. I'm going to actually share the screen. Welcome to a mid-year reset, everyone. I don't know why it's not allowing me to share. Okay, there we go. I think it's better now. Hi everyone, welcome to a mid-year reset. All of these freebies, all of these things that you see me sharing are available in the membership. So if you join the membership, you're going to get a link to our free resource library where you can get all of these PDFs that I use as part of our the perks of being in the membership, if I should put it that way. And if you want to be part of the membership, then I'll leave everything in the description below. You should find it after this live. I haven't been live in a long time. I actually want to get myself a proper webcam because I just feel like live with just my laptop cam, like the MacBook, is not the quality I want, but it's okay. At least it does the job. But I really want to get a proper webcam. Okay, so I've got my little notes over here, my agenda. Oh, I didn't bring my other notebook, which is fine. I've got the one that I'm going to be using though. And let's start off by just having a little understanding of what are goals, what is a mindset, what does success mean to you? If you don't mind leaving it in the description, in the comments, sorry. What does success mean to you? Hi, Ella. What does success actually mean to you? You need, before you can even chase success, you need to know what are you chasing? What are you going after? So we need to know, what does success actually mean to us? I think I'm also going to go live on Instagram because I don't know. Some of them probably don't know that I'm live. Should I go Instagram or TikTok? What should I do? Should I do TikTok? Let's see what happens if I go live on TikTok. I don't even know if people who follow me on TikTok actually follow me because they're interested. I think that's why I don't really use TikTok much. I just post whenever, I just don't feel like they actually care. Reaching all your goals and finding it easy to set and reach goals. That's the meaning of success. Okay. So what are your goals? I'm gonna go live on. Where's my? Oh, I should have brought my tripod. It's fine. I'll just put it right here. Okay, so what does success mean to you? Okay, I'll tell you my definition of success in just a second. I'm just going to wait for some Instagram people to join us as well. I feel like I want to sneeze. I can't even cut that off. I'm so used to just cutting all my sneezes and coughs and weird burps out when I'm editing videos, but when I'm live, I can't really do that. So we are live on YouTube, Instagram, family people. So I'm live in 2 devices, but I'm going to look at my laptop most of the time. And today we are doing a mid-year reset, and just basically resetting for the rest of 2025. And the first thing is, in order for you to reach success, you need to know what does success actually mean to you. Because what are you chasing if you don't know what is it? So number one is to define what does success actually mean to you. To me, I wrote it down over here. To me, success means discovering your purpose that God created you for. So, what is that? So, I need to discover my purpose. And once I find my purpose, I will then start working on myself. Personal development will start being a normal thing for me because I've discovered what am I created for. And once I start working on myself in align with what I'm created for, the money will come anyways. So I'm not chasing money. When you're chasing money, you are going to get a job because that's what you're chasing, that's what you want. But when you're chasing success, which is the the purpose of what you were created for, and you find that, you discover that purpose, that means you found success, you'll start working on yourself and naturally money will come anyways. Naturally money will come anyways. So who here has found their purpose? Who has found what they are created for? Okay, another thing is for us to work on our mindsets. So before we start reflecting on the first 6 months, we also need to just ask ourselves who has set our mind? Because your mindset, it's a word that we throw around a lot, but it basically means your mind is set on something, on a certain system, on a certain method of operating, on a certain habit. And if you have not set your mindset, your subconscious mind, when you wake up, you brush your teeth, when you like those habits that you do effortlessly, you have set your mind to do that. But if you are living a life you do not enjoy because you are doing habits that are landing you in a life that you do not enjoy, then who has set your mind? Is it a family member? Is it a teacher? Is it someone? Is it someone that was not supposed to set your mind that set your mind? I don't know what's going on with my YouTube live. It's like slow. It's like lagging. I don't know. But anyways, it's fine. So you need to work on your mindset to make sure that you set your mind for success. So for what you are created for. Now you see how it all aligns up. It all lines up when I say success is discovering your purpose that you were created for, that God created you here for. And then when you set your mind for success, you're now setting your mind for your purpose. But the first step is to know what you were created for. And then you work on your mindset to make sure that every single decision you are making is intentional. Okay, so we've spoken about success, we've spoken about mindset, and the last one, which I just mentioned, being intentional. No one has ever reached success by accident. Oops, it was a mistake, I fell into success. Oh, it was just an accident I fell into success. Oh, it was just by chance I fell into success. If someone tells you that's what they did, they are lying to you. Now, I'm not saying that the first time they opened a door of success wasn't luck or a chance. I'm not saying that. So, the first time I started creating budget videos and, you know, cash stuffing videos, it wasn't me thinking this is going to be something that gets me out of my full-time job and become my business that I'm going to run. I never ever thought it was that. I think I'm going to stop sharing on YouTube because it's just lagging. Okay, I'll stop sharing. So I never envisioned myself leaving my full-time job because of the video that I recorded to share my cash stuffing budget method. So me just doing what I felt would help someone else as well find a little bit of financial direction or guidance or assistance, not freedom, because at that time I just wanted to share what's working for me, then made me realize that, oh my gosh, I'm actually solving a problem for someone. And that person needs me. So now I started being very intentional about my videos. I started choosing to make videos about personal finance. Everything was strategic, that it's going to reach this much people that need help, and that I can start a business as well around that. So it wasn't an accident. It wasn't luck. It was literally strategic planning. So that's what I mean. That no one has ever reached success. The success that you are looking for, whatever it is, but basically that life of freedom, of happiness, of joy, of abundance, of prosperity, no one has ever reached that by accident. It's intentional choices, decisions that you're making every single day that are aligned with that goal. Okay, so you have to know what does success mean to you so that you are seeking that, you are chasing that. When the book of Matthew 6, verse 33 says, seek first the kingdom of God and everything will be given to you. You cannot seek the kingdom of God if you don't know what you are seeking. And you will not know when you find it because you don't know what is the kingdom of God. So you need to find that first. So, same thing. Know what your definition of success, not your mom's definition, not your dad's definition, not your friends, not your old teacher, not whoever defines success, not theirs, but yours. What were you created here for? What did God bring you here for? What is that seed that is inside you, that God put inside you when He put man in the garden and said, be fruitful and multiply? What is it that's inside of you that's going to make you never feel like you're working ever again when you do it? So once you find what that is, now you're going to start intentionally making every single decision aligned to that. So personal development, and then money will flow anyways. Seek first the kingdom of God and everything else will be given to you. Money will come anyways. But when you're seeking money, when you're chasing money, first of all, you're going to land a job that you don't like because that's what you're chasing. And if money is your definition of success, that means every single payday you feel successful, which I know it's not true. I know it's not true. When you seek money, you're going to end up doing things that are horrible to people because that's your focus. You are greedy. You will end up doing things that will take you out of character. because you want all the money. There's no purpose. You just want money. There's no, core roots of how to make that money. You just want the fruits hanging on the tree without actually planting the seed and making sure that the roots have a great source that will keep making the tree be fruitful. What is your source? My source is God. What is your source? What is the soil that makes your tree rich and fruitful? Okay. Now we're going to bounce into the media reset. I wanted to share the screen on YouTube, but it was just lagging. And it is a PDF that I'm using, which is going to be available for anyone who's in the membership. You will find it in our free resource library. And I'll also send the link into our hub. But question number one, so have a pen and paper, please, guys. And we're going to focus on three sections, if I should put it that way, which is going to be finance as number one, personal growth, and faith. I didn't even write my faith part. And faith. So question number one is, what financial goals did I set at the beginning of the year? Does anyone mind sharing their financial goals? What financial goals did you set at the beginning of the year? So financial goal number one for me was to have 25,000 in my emergency fund, was to create a debt attack plan, was to increase my income to 50,000 Rand, and was to work with brands. 50,000 Rand a month, by the way. And I also wanted to start investing 1,000 Rand a month. Those were my financial goals. So this is not to ask you if you've reached them or not. You can answer it if you want to, but this is for you to remind yourself your financial goals that you set at the beginning of the year, because it's so easy for us to set goals at the beginning of the year and then forget about them. So I want you to remind yourself, I want you to go back. If you didn't set them, then this is your chance to set your goals, your financial goals that you would like to achieve by December or anytime soon. So what financial goals did I set at the beginning of the year, which I just shared them? So what are yours? Number two, how have I made progress towards paying off debt or saving money? Someone in our live chat on YouTube just said their goal was to be debt-free. How is that going? So question number two is, how have I made progress towards paying off debt or saving money? Because obviously not everyone has debt, so it could be saving money, but also, some people just focused on paying off debt. And how much progress have you made? For me, not good. No good progress at all. Financially, we have been in a situation of, I could say, survival mode. Not good. It's not good. It's just what it is. Like, it's just me being honest. And we are working on getting out of that. But because we have a big goal of paying off really huge debt, it's going to take a while for us to actually start seeing, drastic progress, if I should put it that way. So I would say we are, with our income, we are paying what we need to pay for our, sorry, the comments are coming in on the live. I just need to see. We are paying what we need to pay in our debts, in our bills, all of the stuff that we need to pay, like survival, basically just surviving. But we don't have more for extra, for like more payments. Pamela says, I have been going in and out of debt. Yeah. And you know what causes that, Pamela? What causes you to get out of debt, go in, get out, go in, is not having an emergency fund. It's not having a big enough emergency fund. So whenever you need money now, you will end up using your credit card or whatever. So for us, me and my family, we haven't made good progress. But we still have another 6 months to go. So we really want to make big progress. But we have been consistent in our, well, we have got back to being consistent in our saving challenges. It's just been so hectic, guys. Like a lot has been happening, which has been requiring us to use money that we didn't plan. So emergencies, which means we would save our emergency fund and we end up having to use it again, or things like that. So it is what it is. I think we just need to work on increasing our income, and then I think we'll start seeing more progress. Very well, actually. Only left with 3 major debts. Loan 21K paid. Well done. Car paid off. Guys, that's amazing. That's amazing, Noctula. I remember paying off my car last year. It was amazing. It was an amazing feeling. So congratulations. Trying to tackle 50K loan, started a small side hustle to help with extra payments. Well done. That's awesome. I like that. I like this comment. Well done. Well done. Pamela says, so true. My goals for remaining 6 months is to save for emergencies. Yeah. Yeah. Save 6 months of income. Start with 1 month though. So if your income is 20K, just start with 20K and then move to the next 20K. So now you're 2 months. Don't just look at the entire, what is 20 times 6? What is that? 120K? Yeah. Don't look at the whole 120,000 Rand. It feels unreachable, I guess. So break it down to just 20K first, and then the next one and the next one. Yeah, so break it down to your monthly salary. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Where did I overspend and what triggered it? Where do you feel like you overspent in your budget? And what do you think was the trigger for that? I feel like I overspent in unexpected expenses. So, for example, a passing happened in my husband's family, and first of all, that was unexpected. So we spent our emergency fund, and it's a bit far, so we had to do some traveling and. But then also, I always bring stuff, like you have to, well, you don't have to, I'm just like that, come with all these goodies and all of these. So we went actually to Eastern Cape at the beginning of the month. We drove there. So again, traveling costs and all of that. And then we came back, petrol, all of that. And then my husband's grand passed away, so we had to drive back there. And then I came with my family because they were coming to support us for the funeral. And then also I came with like cool drinks and all of that, a lot of food and stuff. So I'm an over giver. I'm too generous. That's why maybe I don't have a lot of friends, because if I had a lot of friends, I'd probably be broke. um, yeah, so I think I overspent in unexpected expenses. And it's not just the funeral, there's also other stuff that happens in my family. And then takeouts. I work too hard. And now that we work together, me and my husband, we sometimes literally don't get time to cook. And it's because, and I'm so grateful for you guys, it's because we have quite a few clients and we want to get their stuff done properly, stuff done on time, well, specifically me. And once I'm hungry, I'm like hungry. Like, I'm just like, you know what, let me just order Simply Asia, or it's usually Asian food because it's a little bit healthy, or Nando's. Um, and then instead of buying groceries, I bought that. So sometimes I buy groceries and then I end up eating that. But then sometimes my husband does cook because he's a chef, which does help. But sometimes I'm not in the house, I'm working at the office and I'm just hungry there. And then I'll just order something quickly. So it's just stupid things that I just need to, you know, really be intentional about, I guess. I should know that this is my triggers. This is my weakest points, I guess, and I should plan for it. So takeouts, we have challenged ourselves to only have takeouts on a Saturday. So today, excuse me. I hope no one heard anything. But when I have coffee or water or anything, I just get really gassy. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, we have challenged ourselves to only have takeout on a Saturday. He's currently actually over there already meal prepping for tomorrow. So he's gonna make boerewors, chakalaka, and I think fried rice. And then he's gonna like pack that. So we're ready to go for tomorrow. And I'm also gonna make some overnight oats for like the mornings if I feel like eating. I don't eat in the morning, but sometimes I don't feel like eating. So I want to have that already ready because I'm always sitting on my desk. I'm always working. I just want something that will be quick and like warm it up, put it in the microwave, eat. Um, so he's already meal prepping for tomorrow and Monday. And then I think Tuesday he's going to prep for the rest of the week. And we got mince and pasta and chicken. So he's gonna like roast the chicken. So he's gonna cook like mince and pasta, like bolognese, and make it like in a big dish. So it's enough for at least Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday and Wednesday only. And then we've got 6 pieces of chicken. And is it 6 or 8? It's 8. You know the tray that has 4 chicken thighs and 4 chicken um, drumsticks from Pick and Pay. So we got that one, yeah. So he's just gonna roast that chicken, and then it's 2 pieces each a day. Yeah, so it's gonna be Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday he's gonna also meal prep that. Well, I'll help, of course. I'll always help, but he just loves doing it himself. And then on Saturday is our takeout day. So we're gonna see if that works, but we have literally wrote the menu and we've bought the stuff and yeah, that's it. Someone commented, "Yo, Noma, I can carry a lunchbox and decide, nah, I actually want something else." Yeah, so I think that's when you should actually have a health goal. It has worked for me in the past when I was working a full-time job as well. I used to work in a company that actually had Spur inside. So it was so hectic for me. It was so hard. And I think that's where I gained most of my weight, which I'm so glad I no longer have access to Spur right inside the building. If I feel like a real breakfast, it's right here. If I feel, oh, it's Monday, it's burger special. You know how Spur has those specials, burger specials on a Monday. It's right here. And I feel like a chicken schnitzel with those prawns and cheese sauce. It's right, like, oh my gosh, it was so bad for me. Um, and sometimes eat the waffles and the malva puddings, like really bad. But now I don't have that anymore. Don't have access to that. But I then changed, and I went on like a health goal where I wanted to eat healthy, and it worked. I actually just didn't eat, unhealthy food, and then after that I fasted because I was praying for. Actually, I need to do a video about this. I was praying for a a promotion where I used to work and an increase of income. And I ended up leaving that place and I was so confused. Like, why would God do that to me? But now where I am, I'm like, oh, this is what I was fasting for. This is what I was praying for. This whole time I'm thinking I'm praying for promotion, but God is like, no, I'm going to make you a CEO of your own business. So, yeah, so I was fasting and it helped to not eat that food. So I would have my own vegetables and a stir fry or vegetable stir fry because I fasted meat and sodas. So I like sugary drinks. Yes. Okay, so that is number 3. That's where I overspend in, and those are, I guess, my triggers. Number 4, question number 4 is, do I have a budget system I actually use? So do you have a budget system you use, and do you stick to it? So I used a zero-based budget and a cash stuffing method. I don't cash stuff all my bills. I know maybe you've watched some American videos and you see them cash stuff rent and da da da. I don't do that, obviously. I only cash stuff variable expenses that will that I will use cash in, that I will get change from, to use that change for my saving challenges. So I intentionally withdraw saving money and then I transfer my emergency money to my time bank. Those are the 2 things I definitely do. When I do my budget before payday, so what's nice about Liberty, I guess, or also paying myself, I already know how much is going to come in before it comes in. So when I do my budget, I'm working on a zero-based method. And then I already put in money that I'm going to put into savings, money I'm going to use for food or whatever that I pay cash in, so that I know how much I need to withdraw, like once or twice a month. I don't withdraw a lot because I don't need those charges. And for the things that I use my card in that are variable expenses, I use only Time Bank. I do not swipe my F&B card unless I'm going to get e-bucks. So, for example, with petrol, I use my F&B card and my click card because I get points for clicks, but I'll also get e-bucks. And then at Engine, and then for anything else, I just transfer the money to my Time Bank. How much do I transfer? I already know because I've already done my budget before payday. So when payday comes, I already circled how much is going to be withdrawn to Time Bank. I already circled how much is going to be withdrawn. I already know how much will be left in my card. And then when I use cash at Pick and Pay or wherever I'm buying with cash, I will get change. If I'm at Checkers, I will use the change for food stamps. So when they give me change, I just go, can I please get food stamps? So let's say, for example, the change was 40 Rand. I'll be like, can I just get food stamps? And then the food stamps will be 4 food stamps, which is 10 Rand each. But if I'm at Pick and Pay, obviously I have cash. That's when I will put it in my saving challenges. So that's how I have these 10 Rands them around. I'm not just withdrawing 10 rands. It's not even possible. I get it from change. So whenever I get money back from, let's say, for example, I withdrew money for takeouts and we go to KFC, for example, because Skylar loves pops. So if we go to KFC and we get change of 23 Rand, 20 Rand is going into my 10 and 20s challenge. 3 Rand is going into my car for the car guards when they when they call you, and then I'll just take whatever I have and I give them because it's just that's all I have, I guess. So I've got a lot of coins in the car. Um, so that's the method that I use. I don't know, what do you use? I've learned that I manage money better in cash. If I have extra cash and leave it in my bank, I can't account for it. I withdraw for variable expenses as well. Yes, yes. Well done, Pamela. I'm reading comments from YouTube. I'm also live on YouTube. So just to let you guys know, here on Instagram. Question number 5. How can I align my money habits with my long-term vision? How can I align my money habits with my long term vision? Remember how we started this mid-year reset? We touched on what is it that I'm chasing? What is success, anyways? So now I want you to ask yourself, what is your long term vision? It might not be a financial vision, it might be one of my vision, for example, is to lose 10 kgs, which means that my money habits are to not eat out. Don't buy takeaways because that's going to make you unhealthy and gain a lot of weight, which means that money habit of not buying takeaways is going to feed onto my long term vision of losing weight. Does that make sense? Hi, Norma. I just joined in. Not sure what you're talking about today. I would like to know, please. We're just doing a 2025 mid-year reset. I'm also going to leave this live on YouTube so you can rewatch it as well from the beginning. But we are answering questions. I tried to share the screen of the questions we are answering, but then it started lagging and getting all, slow. So I just decided not to share the screen anymore and just ask the questions, I guess. So what money habits? So it can be things like, for example, if you want to, I made an example with my vision is to, be in good shape, be healthy, but also save money. So takeouts are not helping at all. So I need to meal prep, meal plan. Before I meal prep, I need to plan what am I meal prepping. So I have to meal plan first. So all of that. So I wrote that down. I also want to save 10% of every single profit I make. So for example, if you buy a spreadsheet of mine and it is, how much is my spreadsheet? It's currently sitting on sale, which is $299. So let's say 300 Rand. It's 300 Rand. 10% of that is 30 Rand. So with every spreadsheet, I need to save, 30 Rand. With every saving challenge, I need to save 10%. Every single thing that you are purchasing from me, I want to start saving 10%. From my YouTube income, I want to put away 10%. From my Liberty income, I want to put away 10%. From my Google AdSense, so I get paid from Google from ads on my website, I want to save 10%. So everything I want to intentionally save 10% from money I am making and give more to God. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I always transfer extra cash to a savings account. Yeah, that's also good. It's also good. Any extra money, because you end up using it. You end up using it unintentionally. Um, like you're like, oh, why did I just buy that? Why did I just, you know? But now it's like done. So transferring it and being intentional that this is extra. I don't have a plan for it. I'm just going to transfer it to this savings account, my miscellaneous savings account, or whatever the savings account you want to call it. Another habit is I want to constantly show up online as I'm doing right now. So, me showing up online is going to help grow my income because I'm going to reach more clients. I'm going to get more Google ads on my YouTube videos or my shorts or whatever. Um, there's also something called super chats when people can just like send you extra money here and there. So that could help. Some brands could see me. But I just want to be more consistent with showing up online, but also I want to grow that muscle of constantly recording content and building my business. And I was starting to really not enjoy it because it's just too much. Like it's a lot to have to. You see how basic I look? Well, I think I'm always looking basic, but when you're recording like a proper video, or I'm sure you've seen it when you go on YouTube, people look really like done up. So you feel that pressure as a content creator, like, why don't I look like that? Why don't I, put all this makeup and stuff? But it just makes it hard to be consistent. And it's not just doing yourself up, recording the video, remembering the entire script in your head that you want, the message you're trying to send through. I don't do vlogs, I do very educational videos. So I have to know the purpose of why this video is being recorded, and it has to transform someone's life. So having that script done, and then editing, and then finding the non-copyrighted music, and uploading, and then redoing that again. It's a lot of work. And then the short videos for Instagram, TikTok, and stuff, those are a lot of work. I've noticed the videos that do well on my Instagram are the videos of me narrating, like a storytelling. Like people don't like these sit down ones on my Instagram. Maybe on TikTok I will try it. I haven't tried it before. They like the ones that are properly edited. Like you can see that I'm walking by the beach or whatever, and I'm talking in the background, so I'm narrating it, and there's captions. Those are a lot of work. So it makes it hard for me to be consistent and show up, and then I end up just not really being as consistent as I want to be. So I just want to be comfortable with showing up like this. I want to do more lives. I want to have a game plan each week of the type of content and the like a theme, like a series for the week. And then I know that this is my focus for this week. If my focus this week is just on debts, then every single video is going to be about that. So those kind of, I want to start, yeah, I want to start focusing on that more. Oh, and then set up a scheduled 1,000 Rand investment every single month. But it's not going to come from just one income, the 1,000 Rand. It's going to come from different incomes. So I'm going to see how I'm going to do that. And yeah, I will see how I will do that. I think 500 Rand from maybe my Liberty income, and then another 500 Rand from Nomazdiary shop, because that's where I make the most money for now. And then yeah, we'll see how that one goes, but I'll keep you updated on that. But I want to start this month for that one. Okay, question number 6 is, what financial boundaries do I need to put in place for the next 6 months? Oh, we've got a comment on YouTube. My 2025 goal was to pay off my net bank overdraft and build my emergency fund. I paid off my net bank last month after years of struggling to pay it off. Woohoo! Well done! And just working on my emergency fund now. very happy for you. Very happy for you. Oh, that's amazing. That's really good news. I'm so happy for you. Um, yeah, good luck on that emergency fund. Definitely keep me updated. I love seeing your guys' progress, and also motivates me and keeps me going, and makes me actually so thankful that God put this idea in my head to start talking about personal finance, and how much people I have reached or connected with. And I have never even met them, but I've connected with a lot of people. Um, but yeah, that's really good. I'm happy for you, Black Panther. Hey everyone, I just joined now. I love the live. Hi, Bea. Welcome. So, question number 6: what financial boundaries do I need to put in place for the next 6 months? What financial boundaries do I need to put in place for the next 6 months? So, ask yourself that. Um, yeah, my financial boundaries is more aligned with, I guess, family. So I don't want to say too much. Some boundaries. Um, but also I need to prioritize um, that 10% I spoke about earlier, and be intentional with investing. Pay myself first. I know you've heard of that. Pay yourself first. I want to be more intentional with that. I've seen how I have helped my clients, but I haven't helped myself. So I need to put myself first and really be intentional. And also, I want to actually work on paying off debt daily, like every day. Log into my account and have a look and see if I don't have an extra 50 Rand, 100 Rand that I can just transfer to my loan, because that's going to compound. I actually want to make it a habit. I'm going to set an alarm, a daily alarm that says transfer money to debt. So maybe this is a good idea for someone, but I'm going to be intentional about every single day. I'm going to challenge myself for the next 6 months to actually transfer something, even if it's 20 Rand. It will compound. There is, I don't know if you guys have read the book, The Atomic Habits. In simple English, Norma, what does paying yourself first actually means? Okay, let me explain to you. And if you want to book a one-on-one with me, let me know and I can help you create a strategic plan for that. But let me explain it in simple English. I love that you asked that question because I like explaining things in a simple way. One day, you are going to stop working and retire. And it doesn't mean your life is over. It doesn't mean that you're now waiting to die. That's not retirement. A lot of people think retirement, you are now old and wrinkly and you're just waiting to die. No. It means you have decided you want to stop working, even if that age is 45, whatever. But what funds your life is the monthly paying yourself money that you have put in a great stock, in a fund manager that's going to make your money multiply so that it can feed you in the future. So it's basically like investing, but also it's paying for your own wealth protection. So, for example, if you have to get into an accident and get diagnosed with a be classified, sorry, with the as a like disabled or anything like that, the money that you have put away into that disability protection is what's now going to protect you, because you paid. When you got paid, you prioritized protecting yourself protecting your family, so life cover, disability, critical illness cover, but also building wealth and protecting your legacy, your assets, making your money work for you. So by protecting yourself, your money is working for you, because if you had to get really, really sick and diagnosed with a critical illness that medical aid can't even pay the full thing, you won't need to take a loan. You won't need to go to a public hospital. You will need to seek help. You won't even feel pressured to go back to work while you're still trying to recover, because every single month you are paying a premium that is now going to take care of you financially. But not just that, if you don't get sick, if you don't get disabled, but you live long and healthy, can you fund your retirement? Can you enjoy your retirement without putting pressure on your kids to send money home, relying on black tax or whatever we call it, without needing the grant, which we know is not enough? But how you do that, how you protect yourself and how you provide for your future self, is by putting a little bit every single month. So paying yourself first, your future self first now. I hope I explained it well. My financial boundaries in the next 6 months is to maximize my emergency fund with the school fees money that is paid off for the year without any excuses. Yes. Yes. Pay off your school fees, your son's school fees, your school fees, whatever. It helps you not pay monthly, and that monthly you rather build your wealth, build your emergency fund, pay off debt, or something that your future self would thank you for. Norma, I like how natural you are. It's easy to relate. We are educating each other about serious matters of life. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was like, I want to go live, but I actually cannot do the makeups and the stuff. The ones who appreciate me will show up. And yeah, I'm not like, I don't even like a lot of makeup on my face. I shouldn't be touching my face. I don't like touching my face as well, because our fingers touch a lot of things. Like, you don't want to be touching your face, your skin. Saying yes, I get. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, let's move on. Last question about finance is, how am I being a good steward of the money God has blessed me with? How am I being a good steward of the money God has blessed me with? So I wrote some of my answers here. Some of them I'm not going to really say it out, because it is something that is, well, the reason why I'm not going to say it out, I'm not ashamed or anything. It's just that, the word of God does say also, don't be like the hypocrites that do stuff and want to be seen by the world. Yeah, so I don't want to share in detail what I do for others, let me put it that way. But I do give monthly. Church, and also someone who is in need in the family, and also a specific charity. I'm not going to say too much. I do take care of my loved ones. I do. My grand and stuff. And I also multiply what God has given me. What God has given me, I multiply it through investing in a business, through investing in courses and skills that are going to help me grow and expand my reach, but also through investing in others. What's your views about the two-part system? What do you mean? What's my views? Like, what would you like to know about it? And then I'll let you know. The two-part system basically from, what is it, September? Last year, September 2024, it was implemented for everyone's retirement. Um, so now there is a savings portion that is accessible once every year. And then there is the retirement portion that is only accessible from age 55. And then basically it's like a three-part. But I'll just simplify that. So, what is my views? I'm not sure if you want to ask me if I recommend withdrawing from it. I don't, but I do. So, for example, I'm going to make an example. If you have 12,000 rands available in your savings pot and you put away 1,000 a month into your retirement. If you withdraw this 12,000 right now and you use it for non-essential things, like for example, you're going to use it to go on a vacation with friends, you have taken 12 months steps backwards. So I want you to look at it like that. If you save 1,000 a month into your retirement, that is 12,000 in a year. If you withdraw 12,000 once and you use that for something that is a non-essential, then you have taken 12 months backwards. But, okay, I love the question. Do you think it's a good idea to take every year if you need to settle debt? I don't think it's a good idea to take every year because you are robbing yourself of the compounding interest that is going to be remarkable. I wish I could share the screen and show you guys. But if right now you need to settle a debt of 100,000, it's killing you, you're struggling to budget, and you actually have 100,000 rand available in a savings pot, I would take it. I would take it, settle that debt, done, and then I would increase my contribution into my retirement to catch up to, because your retirement is, your money is working for you because of that compounding interest that you get on top, but also you get money back as rebate from SARS. You get to use the government to make you reach your goal quicker if you are smart with it. If you have a financial advisor who's going to show you how to do that, but also it's the cheapest tax that you would be taxed on an investment, if I should put it that way. A unit trust is an expensive way to invest, but we're going to do an investment live one day if you want me to touch on the different types and the tax implications. But I'm also not a tax practitioner, so I have to be careful. People can be hectic. Okay, we've got a comment over here. My boundaries. Good idea about increasing. Yes. So if you do end up withdrawing it to settle a debt because it's like killing you every single month and you want to get it done, then do that. But also, hey, if you own a property, do own a property. If you own a property, DM me and we can free up more capital from your property. That capital can pay off your debt. And then you're just paying off the property, which has a small interest. It's the cheapest debt you could have because of the interest. So if you have a property, let me know and I can help you with those kind of things. Okay, let's read a comment from Precious. My boundaries so far, I no longer borrow people money. Every month borrow money and pay me bit by bit, end up seeing where that money didn't even go. Yeah, you see, I don't like that as well. And then sometimes you're like chasing after them, like, hey, I need my money. You have a property. Reach out to me. I want you to write all your bills, your debt, everything, and let me have a look for you. And before you even touch your savings pot, let's see. Let's see if I can actually help you strategize using the bank to help you. You don't want to touch your wealth unless you have to. But if there's, the rich dad, poor dad method, like actually using the bank to help you grow your wealth while you let me know. Read books, guys. We know the rich dad, poor dad method because we read books. Yesterday, I got awards. So I'm sure you saw my reel. And literally, my manager got me just books because she knows how much I love personal development. She got me the Let Them Theory book by Mel Robinson's because I love her. Excuse me. And she also got me the Boy Who Never Gave Up. She said it was the first book she read when she started reading books, and it has changed changed her life, sorry. And I look up to her, to my manager, my leader. I don't know what to call it. I look up to her. So yes, I also love Mel. I love it. So yeah, I look up to her and my leader, my manager, and when she told me that this is the book I read that, created a whole new trajectory of my life, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you! Like so intentional, so thoughtful. So I can't wait to read. And when I read books, I like put notes. So you can't even like borrow my books because they've got notes in them, like scribbles. Well, I don't scribble, but I write. I write a lot. Like I write a lot. I am a writer. I love writing. So when I read books, my Bible, all of that, it's just got like notes and everything. And a little prayer or something I remembered or about this passage. I'm about to sell my house. I can't. I'm in over my head. The debt is killing me. Why? Is the house the problem? What is the problem? Giving for me is something I do out of love. It does not matter how much, but it just gives me joy. Giving can be giving at a church, to a car god, someone need my help, family or stranger. Exactly. And that's why finding your purpose will make you give more. Because when you find your purpose, you start doing what you love flawlessly. Like you just do what you love and you can just go on and on and on. And then, like I said, you are working on yourself, and naturally the money just comes because you're doing what you love. But when you're only relying on a salary, there's so much you can give. Do you know what I mean? Because you're kind of limited. So I'm also a giver. My name, literally my name, like Nomawetu, which means like our mother. I'm literally like a mother for everyone. I'm like, I really care. I want to help. I'm naturally like that. So when I'm boxed into where I can't be a mother, I feel like I'm not myself and I just feel uncomfortable. I don't like being boxed because it means I can't nurture people. No? You're the type that would make us feel some type of way. We lecture a room because you write a lot and we're just listening and not jotting down. You should have seen me literally training my husband because he works with me now, training him, and I'm like, write notes. I'm like, write notes. And sometimes he would not write notes. I'm telling him how to use the system, what to do, and he would not write notes. And he would come to me and say, hey, so for me to do this, and I'll be like, with your notes. I'll write everything. This is my other diary, which is actually quite full now. It's my other diary. I literally write everything. I'm a writer. Look at my affirmations here. These are from 2024, actually. These are my affirmations. Don't know if you guys can see. This is my Bible study. But I'll write literally everything. I'll like literally go on and on and on. What is this? I'll write my scripts. You know, when you hear me do my voiceovers, I'll write my scripts. Everything. Christmas planning. When I'm going to take my family out, remember I said I'm going to give it, sometimes I take my family out and I write their names and what they would like to order. Because I'm also. Oh, sorry, YouTube. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know. You can hear me now, right? I think you can. So basically, we now have moved on to personal growth. And the question is, in what ways have I grown this year mentally, emotionally, and professionally? In what ways have I grown mentally, emotionally, and professionally? So, mentally, emotionally, and professionally is my work. Mentally, I mentioned that I have found what are my energy drainers and what recharges me. That has changed the game for me because now I know what to stay away from. So it could be type of music, it could be a certain show, it could be someone, family, even can be your drainers. Um, the weirdest thing, guys, I know it's weird and it's probably something I need to work on, is I get drained when I'm on my personal Instagram. Because on my personal Instagram, I am following all of these perfect people, if I should put it that way, but also not just perfect people, also people that are people I grew up with, um, old colleagues, whatever. So, but specifically the perfect celebrities, you know. So like your Kim Kardashian and stuff like that, which they have not done anything wrong to me. I actually love that they're living such an amazing life because that's what I aspire to live an amazing life. But when I consume that content, I feel less than. Like I feel like something is wrong with me. And I know comparison is the thief of joy, but obviously that my personal Instagram is my mental trigger. It makes me just feel like, why am I not living this life? Like, is God not, am I not a favorite? Like, oh, it's so unhealthy. It's so unhealthy. Like, your mind spiral, or my mind spirals with all these negative thoughts because I'm just comparing myself with these perfect, not really perfect, but you know what I mean. Like they only show the good part people. And I'm like, I just wish that, she could just give me 1 million. Just out of your billion, give me 1 million, please. And it will just fix my problems. Lies. But at that moment, that's how I feel. I'm just like really negative about myself. So I no longer go onto my personal Instagram unless I just want to post something quickly on my story to just inspire someone or tag someone who follows me there, and then get out and go to my professional Instagram, which is this one, the shop Nomazdiary, which is the one that you guys know I post in all the time, all my reels and everything, because that one, I only follow small business owners on my shop Instagram. I only follow small business owners. And when I watch their content, when I consume their stuff, oh, I also follow a lot of like weight loss stuff. So when I consume their stuff, I get so motivated. I get so inspired. I feel like I'm not alone. There's a lot of motivational things that I'm following. So I get to swipe and consume that. I love my shop Instagram because it makes me want to get out of bed and work. It doesn't make me feel like what I'm doing is not enough because I see someone else doing something dumb, or I don't know what to call it, like just being in home and being a YouTuber to create, to just show their lifestyle, and they're just like making it in life. And I'm like, hey, well, I am literally helping people with their personal finance and I'm not living like that. You know what I mean? And then I start comparing myself. So I don't like my personal Instagram at all. I actually wish I could unfollow everyone, but I also think that's just being bitter. So I'm just like, I just stick to my shop Instagram, which I only follow small businesses. I only follow motivational people like Emma Greed, Mel Robbins, Jay Shetty, people that are going to inspire me. I follow a lot of Christian content creators that do some like random Bible studies here and there on their reels. And I like the small content creators because they give me ideas on how to record reels and videos. And I feel excited. I'm like, I should be recording like this. Oh, okay. How do they edit that? Let me learn a little bit more about CapCut or about Adobe Premiere or whatever. Like I get really motivated. So yeah, when I start feeling that way, I know it's time to take a break from social media. That's why I like the type of content that you post because it's educational. I don't have to feel less than. Exactly. Exactly. Like, and they haven't done anything wrong to us. Like, guys, the people that make us feel less than, they haven't done anything wrong. It's just us. We are hard on ourselves. We want, to also achieve. And we start feeling like we are not achieving just because you start comparing yourself internally, you start believing your thoughts. So yeah, so I found my energy drainers, which is my Instagram and some um, family members and some music. Yeah, some music is not good for me anymore. Um, and I also found what recharges my spirit. I found what recharges my spirit and the people who recharge me as well. So I get to like do more of that, watch more of that, those YouTubers, like how Black Panther. Is your name actually Black Panther? Like how Black Panther has mentioned that um you follow me because you feel educated, like I can do this, I don't, empowered basically. I also watch a lot of content creators who are in the same journey, who are talking about building a business, building a brand from a small brand, who are talking about paying off debts, like exactly things that I talk about because that empowers me. People that know me, hence the name. Okay, I like that. I like that strategy. Confuse the enemy. Okay, so emotionally, I have decided to just pick my battles. I'm not gonna fight. Not everything needs me to fight. Exodus 14, verse 14 says, "Be still and know that I will fight for you." So when there are things that I don't agree with or I don't approve of, I will just pull back. Like I will take myself out of that situation. I'm not going to fight it. There's real problems going on out there. Some things just don't deserve my energy. And that has helped me. Like I literally just leave everything to God and I'm at peace. Like I choose peace. Intentionally, I've chosen peace. And I've also accepted my situation. I really struggled with the debt situation, and I felt just defeated. Um, like I don't enjoy the money that I make because I have so much debt to pay off and things like that. And if I'm just focusing on that I don't enjoy the money that I make because of my debt, I get really miserable. But if I change that focus and just accept the situation and just look at it in a angle of I am making progress in paying off this debt, then it makes me feel empowered and also like I've achieved something. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm wasting money. It feels like I am getting closer to my goals by paying. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. There's a comment on YouTube. I've come to realize when you're still, things fall into place exactly because you don't have to try and control everything. I did a Bible study on Ecclesiastes 1 long time ago. Can't believe people still enjoy that video. But basically, Ecclesiastes 1 talks about how life is like smoke. The word that is used in English is meaningless, but the word that is used in a Hebrew's Bible is smoke, which they call it chevel. So life is like smoke. We can see life, you can see everything, but you cannot take control of what's happening. When you try to grab life and try and control it, it actually, like smoke, you're trying to grab it, it changes its shape. So just let it be. And that's how you find peace. Yeah. Professionally, I've my main focus is now on serving people. Well, that's how it's been this year. And the money just comes. I remember thinking, how am I going to make money to pay this school fees, to pay rent, to all of these things? But when I just serve people, when I use my time to serve people, money naturally comes. Sometimes I get an email of someone who's just like, "Hey Norma, can I please book a one-on-one with you so I can do so you can help me with my financial planning?" And I'm grateful for that because that's a client I didn't know I had, but God knew. Okay. Number two, what habits are helping me grow? What habits do you do that are helping you grow? So I wrote the habits are to wake up early. When I wake up early, I see how much I get done in the day. I see how I can wake up and actually do my Bible studying first. Um, I've got a comment here. Honestly, Norma, don't be too hard on yourself regarding debts. God knows we are trying to pay off these debts. The Bible says we should owe no one anything except love. So as I pay my debts, I remind myself that yes, yes, I love that. I love that. How do you find time managing your business, work, kids, etc.? Oh, it's a lot. I'm joking. Um, I don't know. Okay, no, actually, let me actually see how do I do it. Okay, so let's get into this question with habits, and also while I answer that question, So the number one thing is to wake up early. I noticed that if I don't wake up early, I'm frazzled. I don't know what am I doing. I'm all over the show. Um, so to wake up early, to have a calendar. I know it sounds like simple, but I have a calendar. Like, in your diary, in your calendar diary, I use Google Calendar. I use Google Calendar. That's where I put all of my stuff. I have like a section for working out, take Skylar to school, everything. And then work, I always start work at 9. So now I'm at work. So I put client number one. If I'm not meeting a client, it's admin, whatever. But it is literally just everything has a time and a schedule. I've put break now, like take a break. Um, and I've also add Scala swimming lessons is there. Pick up Scala from school is there. Um, seeing my mom, I see my mom every Tuesday. See my mom, it's there. What else do I add in my calendar? Like everything is on my calendar, like everything. My hair, I've got a hair appointment booked for Thursday. I've put it in my calendar. And then I want to do my lashes because I qualified for Million Club, guys. So I'm going to Million Club. So I want to get my lashes done. So I put it in my calendar, the time slot for that. Every single thing is in my calendar. That's how I make time. That's how I manage my time. Otherwise, I could zone out. I could literally, this live is on my calendar. I could just go in this live and just zone out. And I'm like, oh crap, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. So it's all there. Like it's all in my calendar. Or clean my bedroom, organize this. Everything's on the calendar. Like it sounds what's the word? Pedantic, obsessive, I guess. But it just helps. It really, really helps. And another thing that helps is working with my husband. He's my partner, I guess, personal assistant or whatever. He calls himself my assistant, but I think he's my partner. I can't do all of this on my own. So unintentionally and intentionally, we are spending quality time together because we work together. So it helps. So if he was doing his own work over there, I'm doing my own work over here, and we both overwhelmed with work, you end up missing each other or you end up stressed, but you both can't understand. Like, I come back home and I'm stressed. He comes back home and he's stressed. I try to listen, but wait, you need to listen to my stress first. And then it's just, oh, I don't care about yours because I'm just going through a lot at work or whatever it is. So now we like work together and it just works. And I know a lot of people are like, I could never work with my husband. But we met at work 10 years ago. We met at work and we worked together for 5 years, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 6 years we worked together. And then we worked separately from then up until last year. So in about 10 years of knowing each other, it's only been, I guess, 3.5 years of not working together. So we're kind of used to that. It works. Oh. If I don't write anything down, nothing happens. Yes, yes, me too. If I don't write anything down, nothing happens. I'm actually all over the place. I've done a bit here, a bit here, a bit here, a bit here, a bit here. I folded my clothes here and then I left them and then it has to be like planned. Hi Norma. It was a money thing not as in yesterday. Hey Bo, what's going on? I sent you a message. Go link. I also tried to subscribe to the private group. Makati Wavumi. Okay, just DM me, please. Just DM me on Instagram and let me try and help you. Charlotte, I started my emergency fund by directing that money on my bond. My excess bond is now 36,000, and I also have paid off overdraft end of June. Wow! I have started goal savings for my daughter's school fees. Wow! 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 That's amazing. Really amazing. That's so amazing. It's the renovations. Oh, messages are just popping in left, right. Okay. So what habits are helping me grow? So waking up early helps me grow, getting enough sleep. So that it works together. In order for me to wake up early, I have to sleep early. So it's morning routine only works if you have a solid night routine. So that those are good habits, having a good night routine so that you start your day. And when my night routine also means planning for next day. So having the to-do list planned out on my calendar or whatever for the next day, having my clothes that I'm going to wear already put out for the next day, having Skylar's uniform already hanged outside the wardrobe. She gets dressed here in my office, so I have her uniform. If it's a PE day, I've already got all of that stacked out here. All of that already done the night before. Um, what else? What else did I do the night before? Maybe also emailing clients that are going to meet the day after, just a little reminder that, hey, excited to meet you tomorrow at this time. Just preparing for the next day. That's a good night routine. And also waking up early. It works hand in hand. Another good habit that has helped me grow is being consistent in content creation, which has been like recent. And another habit is Bible study and prayer. Without this one, my life is just no a big. And as a family, I need to add that. So I don't care if you are married, if you are just living together, if you just live with your kids, or if you live with your mom or whatever, or if you live alone. But when you do your Bible study and your prayers, do it together. That's how you defeat the enemy. The enemy that comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You defeat the enemy by Bible studying together as a family. Do it together. We have to do it together. And budgeting. Those are habits that have helped me grow. Now, the next question is what habits are holding you back from growing? What habits are holding you back from that growth? Okay, so for me, habits number one that holds me back is sleeping late. So, you know how I spoke about sleeping early is a habit that helps me grow? Sleeping late, because we are obsessed about a show. You know how you like when you work from home, first of all, it's sometimes like a trap because you can work up until 7 p.m. But then that means that you only get to spend time without working with your family or whoever you live with after 7, which also means that you're only going to start eat dinner after like 8 o'clock. And then you're going to start watching your shows after that. And then it's just next minute is midnight. So you have to have a game plan of when the laptop is being closed. And you're like, okay, we're closing the laptop at 5 o'clock. For me, it's around 4 o'clock. Yeah, because I fetch Skylar and then I do my little bit of just responding to some WhatsApps or whatever. And then I'm done. And then we have our dinner at around 6 p.m. We go to bed at around 7. Skylar usually passes out around there, like 7:30, going to 8. And then KB and I watch a show. Because we're in bed with my hot water bottle, whatever, by 9 o'clock, 9:30, I'm already falling asleep and then we're out. But that's because the laptop, we closed it early, but that's because I woke up early. You see what I mean? Like compounds. There's a book called The Atomic Habits, which talks about just being 1% better every single day will help you, get up until to what 38.37 increase of being better in your life or whatever. It compounds. Just focus on that 1% each day. And maybe it's just to sleep early so you can wake up early and have a good morning routine. Not rushing every morning. You don't want to wake up and rush every morning. Um, Another bad habit of mine that holds me back or used to hold me back, or sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, is procrastinating. Oh my gosh. Procrastinating. And someone asked me how I make time for everything. Once I started putting things in my calendar, it has helped me be intentional and have a direction and a game plan. So I'm not procrastinating. But if I'm trying to do everything at once, I'm going to get so overwhelmed that I'm just not going to do anything. And then I procrastinate, and then things are not done. And then I don't get paid because being self employed means your input equals your output. So how much I put in will show me or will help me get a good income out. We also suffer from a little bit of procrastination. I can't afford it. This is my brother, by the way, that's commenting. I can't afford it because for me, being self employed means every minute counts. My time is money. I don't even like saying that my time is money, because it's not really that. Because if I say time is money, it means that I would give away my time to someone so that they can pay me, which is like having a job. But more, I should say, probably my time is valuable. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So if I don't use my time wisely, I'm losing value. Habits that are holding me back are procrastinating. Yeah, honestly, this is my worst enemy, as well as the fear of the unknown. Yeah, operating in fear holds you back, because I've been there. I would have started my YouTube channel in 20. When did I go overseas? Yeah, I would have started in 2015. But I was scared. Hey, Deborah, are you coming? Are you coming over today? Random, I know, but I'm just asking. But yeah, I held myself back so much because of fear. I was just scared that people are gonna find me ridiculous. I didn't even know that, what, people actually just value the value you provide into their life. I thought because I was comparing myself with other YouTubers that were there at the time, I thought I needed to be like that in order to have a YouTube channel. I need to be loud and I need to look a certain way and whatever. Yeah. And then I started my YouTube channel in 2018. And even then, I wasn't consistent because I was judging myself the whole time. Excuse me. As a shift worker, I find it hard to create sustainable habits. I've been doing trial and error for the longest time now, and I'm just winging it. No, I'm sure there must be a certain like schedule that is your schedule. Don't wing it. Don't wing it. Be intentional. Even if it's just like three things in a day that are non-negotiable that you need to get done that are going to help you grow, then focus on that. We're about to finish, guys. We're about to finish. Number 4. What have I learned about myself in the last 6 months? What have I learned about myself in the last 6 months? Okay. For me, I have learned that I'm great at communication. What would you think? What would you say? I've learned that I'm great at communication. And I guess I just had to learn that because in my in the past, I don't want to be too negative. In the past, when I was working a full-time job, there are some personal talents that were limited. So I guess I didn't discover that about myself up until I was working for myself, I guess. So now I've got to actually learn that I'm really great at communication. I'm a speaker, like I'm a great public speaker. I'm good at it. I'm good at articulating something to someone and they understand, like they get it. I'm good at that. I think I should have been a teacher, you know. I wish I was a teacher. It was one of my dreams. Um, but God had a better plan. And I still feel like I'm teaching. So yeah, but that's my it's something I really discovered about myself. I'm really good at communication and articulating things to people and making people get it and understand and have and feel heard and understood, I guess. I'm good at that. My husband loves that about me, but he's a good listener. So that's where I'm bad at. I'm not a good listener. I am, but I'm not. I could improve. You know what I mean? I really like if you're telling me something, I really want to fix it. You know, and sometimes people it's not what they're looking for. They're looking to just be heard, and my husband is good at that. He's good at just like really listening. But sometimes I'm like, tell me, what do you think? What do you think about that? He's like, let me just process it. And he will like literally process it for 24 hours. And then he will come back to me the following day and be like, remember what you spoke about yesterday? And I'm like, what? I speak about a lot of things. And he was like, this. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then he'll be like, I think you should do this because of this and this. He like literally processes things. I don't know, digest them, break it down into little tiny little bits, and then he will come and deliver the message to you, which I really admire about him. I'm not. If you're telling me your issue now, I am trying to solve it now. Like, let's fix it now. This is what I would do. Okay, let's do this. This is yeah. So I need to work on my listening skills. That's another thing I've learned about myself in the past 6 months. I really need to work on my listening skills. Um, I work well from home. It's another thing I've learned about myself. A lot of people were telling me that you're gonna hate working from home, you're gonna feel alone, you're gonna feel, I don't know, isolated or all of that. No, this is what I've needed my entire life actually. I love it. I love my space. I really love my space. I love how much I can work on my own. I have achieved so much this year in my career because of my work environment is healthy for me. Like it's peaceful. The energy is what I want. And I've never worked this well in an environment with a lot of people. And I think it's because I would get a bit, I'd feel like, oh, are they talking about me? Or, oh, someone would tell me, oh, I heard this. and just around some negative stuff. So I really enjoy working from home. Like, I really do. I work well at home. What is that? Okay, there's a comment. I'm resilient. I can't elaborate, but I am someone who doesn't give up easily. I don't give up easily as well, V. I don't. And maybe that's why my manager got me that book, The Boy Who Never Gave Up. So I can't wait to start reading it, because I didn't start the year well in my career at all. I actually started badly. But where I'm sitting now, and I'm sure you saw some of my pictures, I'm the top financial advisor in KZN in just 5 months, I guess, because January was bad. It's literally because I didn't give up. Okay, another thing I learned about myself in the past 6 months, I do not enjoy doing admin. So I'm someone who writes a lot. I'm an A type. So I thought, admin, this is my thing. I'm organized. I do the folders things. Things are in flip files. Like, I'm very like a teacher vibes, and I like stickers and making things, order. Woof. Ever since becoming a financial advisor, I do not like the admin. I hate the admin. I'll give the advice, I'll meet the clients, I will do my all. But when it comes to admin, I procrastinate when it comes to admin. So I don't enjoy that. So that's why I needed a personal assistant. What I've learned in the past 6 months, I need to work on my faith daily. Yes. Daily, I need to feed my faith. I need to remind myself who God says I am, because my mind will tell me what God says I'm not, and I'll believe that. My mind will tell me I'm a failure. My YouTube channel is slow and it's not doing well, or I'm not earning enough income, or I'm just not going to get out of this debt, or I'm fat, or maybe I can never have another baby again. Whatever. That's what my mind tells me. That's what the enemy whispers. That's what the enemy whispers in our heads over and over and over. And if you don't have faith, you don't read the word of God, you will go into anxiety and depression mode and all of these things, because you are believing what your mind says, what the enemy is saying in your mind. You're not reminding yourself constantly of what God says about you. You're not reminding yourself that you are made in God's image. And if God created this world, that means I'm freaking amazing. Because I'm made in that one's image. The one who created that, who created the ocean, the stars in the sky when at night, when it's like beautiful and you can just see the moon. When I'm flying in an airplane and I can just see the clouds, I'm like, I am made in the image of the person who did that. I have to remind myself. I have to remind myself that God placed me in a garden, placed man in a garden, not in an office, not in a factory, not placed man in a garden. And the words he said was, be fruitful and multiply. And then he made me in his image as a creator, which means how can I be fruitful and multiply? Is by being a creator using the talents that he has given me inside of me, because I have a seed inside of me that he has put in each and every one of us. And then after man was made and put in a garden, guess what was there? There was gold. Go read Genesis, if you don't believe me, 1. from 26 to 31. Gold is in Genesis 2. Wealth was there. Gold was there. That's the first place gold was mentioned in Genesis. God wants us to be wealthy. God gave us the power to create wealth. But if we are going to just chase gold, if we are going to just chase money, we are only going to get jobs. I'll keep saying that, and I don't mean to offend anyone's job or anyone right now. What I'm trying to say is that don't focus on money. And I used to be in a full-time job, but I was using my talents to create the life that I'm living now. So don't lose touch of that goal, that purpose. Even if you are in a full-time job, don't lose touch of what God has created you for. And nothing is stupid. There's no stupid purpose. If there's a stupid purpose, then Trevor Noah would have never chased his dream of just being a comedian. You know, if you tell your parents now you want to be a comedian, they'll be like, what are you thinking? What, are you crazy? No. Hey, go study law or whatever. There's nothing stupid. You're made in God's image. Remind yourself that. So I need to work on feeding my faith every day, because it's easy for me to get consumed by comparing myself and being hard on myself and not seeing myself as my future self. I just see myself as the now self, which obviously makes sense. Like, you know, when people say like how to manifest is how to focus on start living like you've already achieved what you want to achieve. And you're like, yeah, but I haven't, you know, I haven't. So you end up start focusing on just this now self, but that's going to keep you in the same position. Faith is believing the unknown. It's the substance of things hoped for. Yeah, you end up self-sabotaging. Yeah, self-sabotage nearly killed me, Sana. Sana. I'm currently working on forgiving myself. Yeah, you self-sabotage because of what's happening in your head. Like, I was talking to another advisor yesterday. Shame, she's young. I think she's like 24. Yeah, so she's a young financial advisor, and she says, Norma, I'm so proud of you. You've done so well. It was after our mid-year conference, after I got so many awards and, you know, being announced one of the top 3 in the KZN and all of that. And she's like, I'm so proud of you. You've done so well, etc. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, none of this is by accident. It's literally me every single day choosing to, you know, get out of my comfort zone, being uncomfortable and posting all of these videos and giving my all to every single client I meet. Every single client I meet gets my 110%. And she was like, yeah, but I'm so young. I don't think there's any CEO or whoever that would want to talk to me about financial advice. And I was like, oh, did a CEO tell you that? I'm feeling cold now. I was like, did a CEO tell you that? Did you get that information from a CEO? And she was like, no. And I was like, well, here we go. You're already like limiting yourself. You're already like, no CEO would want to talk to me. So even if a CEO comes to you, you already know that, oh no, that it's not going to work with her or with him. So it's just those things, like those thoughts of you when you like feel like you're a failure or you feel like you're nothing, excuse me, or you're not going anywhere. And then you're like, okay, well, did God say that about me? Or did he say I'm fearfully and wonderfully made? Did he say he is in me and I will not fail? Oh, did he say he's got thought of me for prosperity and hope and a future that is bright? Or did he say that he's given me the power to create wealth? Did he say I should just be still and trust him? Did he say I just need faith as small as a mustard seed? Then I just hold on to that. Last thing that I learned about myself in the past 6 months is that I have limiting beliefs that I need to overcome that are from, you know, the past, where I worked, how I was brought up, that money is difficult to make. People with a lot of money are evil. I mean, some are. Some people with a lot of money are evil, but that doesn't have to be me. I can make a lot of money and not be evil and actually give more and be more generous. And, there's a lot of limiting beliefs that I need to work on. And the trauma I went through in my previous workplace of feeling like I don't want to outshine people, or I don't want to work too hard because people are going to get uncomfortable. I don't want to achieve too much because I'm going to create enemies. Like those kind of thoughts, I have them, and I need to work on. Okay, number 5. What routines need a reset in your life? Is it your budget routine? Is it your night routine, your morning routine? For me, it's definitely my night routine and my health routine. I need to make more time for my health. Not time, but a routine. Like actually have a proper routine. Like wake up early, do your prayers, do your workouts, drink this much water, like a liter of water before I drink a coffee, drink my vitamins, and then start my day. Oh, that's a morning routine. That's a morning routine. That's what I mean, though. I need to have a proper morning routine when it comes to my health. So I want to wake up early. I want to work out. Do my prayers first, set my intentions, feed my faith, have my head in the right space, practice gratitude first thing in the morning, because that gratitude doesn't stay in the same building. Let me put it that way. Gratitude doesn't stay in the same building as fear and negativity. So when you practice gratitude, you raise your vibrations and you're more positive, you're more happy, you're more content, you manifest good things. So I want to wake up, do my prayers, do my gratitude, do my working out, drink while I work out, make sure I drink a liter of water, obviously shower, whatever, have my vitamins, and then have my coffee and start my day. But when I wake up, rushing, Skylar, wake up, go to the bath, I'm like running around, I'm just hectic. I need a coffee now. Now I'm stressed. I need a coffee. So everything is just not going to work out now because I started off in a stressful mindset rather than a grateful and peaceful mindset. So those are the routines I need to work on: my morning routine and my health routine. What came to my mind when I saw your videos is that if there is a problem, there is a solution, because I always thought I'm faced with challenges and no one faces it. But I listen to you and I'm motivated. Oh, so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. That's my mission. My mission is to empower especially women of color. I don't mean I'm not here to empower others, but we have just really got a bit of a late start, to this free life, financially free life, time free life, location free life. And I just really want to empower you that you can one day find your financial freedom, find your financial peace, have location freedom. So work any way you want, and time freedom, owning your time. I'm motivated to work to be the best. Yes, to be the best version of myself. Yes, you've got 6 months up until 2025 is done. Let's make each week, each day count. Each day you are making a decision. It's not going to happen by accident. Write it down, write exactly down one thing that will make you so happy that you have achieved end of this year. And each day you are making compounding movements towards that. 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. If it's to be healthy, lose weight, reverse diabetes, whatever it is, then 1% eating low carb or whatever it is. Your morning is when I'm also finding myself losing myself, but you reminded me, motivated me to hang on. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yay. Yes, morning. Start the morning just the most simplest way. Waking up an hour before you normally wake up, which means you're going to sleep an hour before you normally sleep, just to make it possible. You don't want to wake up tired. Wake up an hour before you wake up with prayer and gratitude. And then if you work out, obviously some people go to the gym after work or whatever. But for me, workouts are releasing those, what is it called, those hormones, endorphins. And then you working out also releases the dopamine, so that happy hormone, and you feel excited. While you're doing it, it's hectic, but then afterwards, you've sweated it out, you feel good, you're starting on a high note, your day is starting on a high note, and then you're going to wake up the kids. You're going to bath the kids, get them ready for school. You're going to ask them what they're grateful for. You're going to start a literal positive way of starting the day. Drink your vitamins if you drink vitamins. I have to omega. I'm low in iron and vitamin B, so I have to drink those in the morning, making sure I have enough water before I have my coffee. But if I just wake up and it's time to wake up Skylar to go to school, I'm literally bathing Skylar and I'm all over the show. And then while Skylar's getting dressed, I'm already having my coffee. So I'm already got caffeine in me. I come back, I'm just like, "Ugh, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I need to, well, yeah, I know what I need to do." Second to last question, guys, is who in my life is helping me grow? Which person is helping you grow? But the question is not done. It's also who is draining me. And sometimes the people that drain you are people you love. It doesn't mean cancel them out. It just means now I am aware that my mom drains me because she's always complaining, because she's always woe with me. It's not my mom, I'm just making an example. Because she's always complaining, she's always woe with me, she's always, the one that's got problems, I guess. So I need to spend minimal time with her during the week. And I need to also remind her to focus on what she's grateful for. Because if my mom is always complaining, which she used to be that person. When I came back 2020, she was, I think she was just going through a lot, Shane, like a lot. She was always complaining, always, like my life, her life is just, she's the one who's got problems. Oh, sorry, guys. She's the one who's got problems, no one else. And I started to ask her questions. Like, she would like go on and on and on and on and on about work or whatever. And then I started asking questions like, okay, ma, Yeah, no, I understand. Like I'd hear her out and then I'd be like, okay, and what are you thankful for? Yini into entle right now ngempilo yakho? What is it that is good? What are you thanking God for right now? And I think, and she got like taken back, like she was like, and I made her think. And at first she was like, no, and like, ngiyambonga uNkulunkulu, like, I thank God. And I was like, no, 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 I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't. Don't get me wrong. I just want you to tell me. Like, I want us to talk about that as well. I don't want us to just talk about just, what you wish could change. I want you to also talk about what you happy that you have. And then she kind of thought about it and started to list a few things. And then it started to be our normal conversation. She would tell me how her day was. She's a nurse, so all this drama at her work, how her day was, blah, blah. And then also what she's thankful for. And I would do the same. And I'd be like, oh, my work was like this. And then, but also, as much as this happened, I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for my car. Yes, I was in traffic, but I'm thankful for my car or whatever. So she has gotten so much better. It's been a journey, but um, because it can really drain your energy if you're around people who are always complaining. But people who help me grow, it is my husband. He's definitely my recharge. Like, when a phone needs to charge their battery, you need a charger. My husband's my charger. Like, he will fill up my cup, fill up my battery. But also God, the Bible, for sure. And my leader, my manager, she is amazing. And she's a mom, she's also a wife. So I didn't have that previously. So it's just nice to chat with someone who gets you and understands everything, I guess. Always going through something, always been through something as well. We've got a comment here. I definitely need to have a daily routine. I'm all over the place. At the moment, I used to write down and plan ahead, take care of my health. I dedicate my time to other people more than myself. Yeah, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill up your cup, even if it means waking up an hour earlier than everyone else, just to do what you love to do, or to remind yourself why your life is blessed. Then when everyone else is up, when you're in traffic, you're not angry. You're like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. Because you started off on a good note. My mom, exactly, Osana, nothing to be thankful. She even owns poverty. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's been through a lot. It's because no one taught us personal finance. No one taught our parents personal finance. No one taught their parents personal finance. So the struggle is like going on and on and on, and you feel like you've got the whole weight over you and you need to take care of everyone, and you just get miserable. So show her kindness. But that's why I'm here as well, I guess, because we're not taught personal finance. I want to be that person that you can feel like a sister or a friend. Or to some others, it's a daughter. I've got clients that are like 60 years old that watch me. Like, how cool. So it's like I'm their daughter that just makes them feel like understood, you know? Yeah, I'm also like they feel like I'm also, yes, going through dates. Yes, I also need a strategy. I don't know, am I doing anything wrong? Was I supposed to get this property? What was it like? Sometimes they just need someone to talk to about money, or sometimes to help them have a game plan on how to get out of this situation. And they just don't know who to talk to because there's no one to talk to. And if we talk to people about money, like especially in our black families, it's like a secret, like a contract, like a dirty little secret to tell you how much I earn. When I write my income online and stuff, people used to be like, what on earth? Like, why are you sharing all of that? Like, what is it a secret? Like, what's happening? Ah, whatever. It's okay. I want to be that person who is transparent and is going through what I'm going through. And if someone has a perfect life and they look at me like, ew, she has that, then they must just not follow me or whatever. Last questions, guys. Last question, and then I am out of here. I'm sure Skylar is like, when is mommy gonna finish? Last question. Am I true to my purpose and calling? And what is it? This one, you don't even have to answer it now. I want you to actually really think of it. Am I true to my purpose and calling? And what is it? Am I true to what God has created me to be here? And what is that? What is that? So I want you to think about it and meditate on it. And if you feel like you're not, then I want you to actually start praying, God, give me the vision that you want me to see. Open my eyes. There is my battery on my phone is going to die, so you might miss this. There in the book of Genesis, after Sarah or Sarai, I don't know how to say her name, and Abraham were struggling to have a child. Sarah said to Abraham, "Go sleep with my helper, and have a baby, and we'll raise the baby like it's our child." She then did that, and they had a son. And after that, Sarah got jealous of the helper, Hagar, and was like, "This helper of yours," saying it to Abraham, "is giving me the attitude, so I don't want her. Tell her to leave, tell her to get out of here." And then, yeah, Hagar, Abraham was like, "It's your helper. You do as you please." Like basically saying, if you wanted to go, just tell her to go. So she did that, kicked her out. She left. And may you never tire of shooting these videos. You've helped us a lot. Oh, sweet. So then, yeah, she left. And then in the desert, while she was walking, she like starts crying. Hagar with the baby starts crying, and the angel appeared and said to Hagar, "Why are you crying?" And Hagar just was like, "I don't have anything. Oh, well, I'm just like here in the desert. I don't know where I'm going." And the angel said, "Open your eyes." And she looked, and there was a well for water. And it just made me realize that it's not that the well was not there, it's that our eyes are closed. Sometimes all you need to do is pray that God opens your eyes to see what is right in front of you, that is overflowing with nourishment, with abundance, with prosperity. And you know, when God said to the Samaritan, I don't know how to say that lady, when Jesus said, she was just, "I'm just getting water, like stop talking to me." And Jesus said, "I am the water of life, where water will flow through you and you'll never thirst again." And that well was also on Genesis. Sometimes your eyes are just filled with water from crying that prevents you to see the water right in front of you that will give you that water of life. So sometimes our prayers should be just to pray that God open my eyes, not the eyes of the flesh, because the eyes of the flesh are just focused on the pleasures of the world that you want or you don't have, and then you start comparing yourself. But actually, the spiritual eye, what God has in front of you that you are not seeing because you focused on what someone else has or what you don't have. So ask yourself, am I true to my purpose and calling? And if not, that's the prayer. And if you are, what is it? That's amazing. I think I am. Finally, it's been a process. I've been working since 2018 to find my calling, my purpose. What does God want me to do? Since 2018, doing the Ikigai, doing these personal developments, reading the books, right? Reading the Bible, trying everything, meditating in the Word of God, of course, like having a moment where I'm just still and I'm trying to really find what is it that God wants me to do, and to help people build wealth and protect your legacy. That's my calling. That's what I love to do. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed this 2-hour live, and I will have the full one on YouTube. Actually, I can also leave this Instagram one. Actually, it's fine. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful Saturday. Bye. Like, bye everywhere. Let's close YouTube first. I mean, Instagram first. Excuse me. Goodness me. Share. I'm different because of your content. Oh, that's amazing. Bye. Thank you so much, guys. What am I going to call this? Real or media reset. 2025 media reset. Okay, and then I am exiting here now. See you guys. Bye.